afternoon. It is Tuesday the 22nd. It is 20 minutes past 3 as far as I'm aware, as according to Pamela that is. Today has been a busy day for me. I was up at 7 o'clock this morning, up at 6 o'clock this morning to go in for 7 o'clock in the other job, and obviously had my driving test today, which I passed. So thank you very much to Andy, Kyle and Lisa for all their help with getting the qualification out the road. So that's me, a qualified bus driver apparently. So I'll now go into route training next week, and then the week after I go out with a buddy, and then after that I'm let loose on the main roads. Today so far, obviously I got to the store. I've had 2 or 3 sharpenings that I've had to do so far. They're all done, they're all left. They've gone so far. The other job that I'm actually in the process of doing is I started a glove repair. Now believe it or not, I've actually shot this 2 or 3 times. I shot it on the Insta360 Go camera just in case, because Pamela forgot the camera today, the GoPro that was all set up for the store settings with the lights and stuff like that. So I've been kind of trying to get everything sorted with the phone to obviously get settings to stop the flickering and stuff like that. Finally managed to get it done. It's now shooting in 8K, which should be really clear. Managed to do an intro originally on the Insta360. I might put them side by side so you can actually see the difference in them, if I can learn how to do that. If I can't, I'll just go with this. But the plan today is, we have a pair of gloves that are sitting just here, and this has been went through 2 or 3 times. I'm going to try and do this one-handed because Pam is pretty busy at the moment. As you can see, there is a hole in the thumb. Now the customer has asked me to see if I can fix that. This part here burst the stitching and took the piping off of it and released this so I can get access to this part here. And then I've obviously burst the stitching just in this part right here to be able to give me an access port so I can then put a patch over the hole and then sew it into place. So that is the plan today. I'm going to try and get that done, get that dusted and get that away, because it's been sitting for a couple of days because I've been doing the other job. I've not really had as much time with repairs and stuff like that as I would like to. So I'm going to get that done and I'll tune in with you soon. Well guys, that is the end of today for me. It is 6:30 PM and I have been chock-a-block the whole day. Lots of sharpenings to do, lots of skates going out the door today, which is really good. It's really good to see the season kicking off. Website has been pretty busy as well the last couple of days, which has been pretty consistent. A lot of stuff going through from there obviously helps with the obverse as well. Apologies, I have got the lights off at the moment. Let me just put one light on just a wee second, just to show you where I'm up to with regards to these gloves. So quickly, again, I'm going to try and do this with one hand. My lovely assistant is now missing. She's away home to get the kids. There we go. So there's a patch that has been sewn in here. Obviously this part here has had to be melted because it is wax thread. So that's been done. So the hole has been now patched. I've just got the back of the glove to sew back together, and then obviously put this part here into this part here. That is the plan for tomorrow night. At this moment in time, I have been up nearly going on 12 hours, on the go 12 hours, training and then obviously working in the store as well. So now I have to go home and try and see if I can get my head down for half an hour or an hour even, maybe if I'm lucky. And then I'm back out tonight. I'm on ice at 9:30 PM and I'm running a session with the Mustangs. And then I am off ice at 11 o'clock, home if I can, get to my bed straight away, and then I'm back up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning for a 6 o'clock start, which is pretty brutal. But hopefully these shifts will kind of calm down a wee bit in the next couple of weeks. Obviously with me now being past my test and my driving test and my qualification, it's just kind of more route learning stuff. I've got a buddy that I'm going to have to go out with in the next week or 2 as well, which is basically going to mean that I'm going to have to do route learning, and then he's going to kind of teach, the buddy's going to teach me some stuff. Then I'll be out on my own, and then things can get back to normal and calm down a little. At the moment, I think Pamela said it's like 17 days to the wedding or something like that as well, which is another big stress that we've got. Still got stuff that we've got to try and get fixed and finished before that time as well, and then try to get time away for a couple of days with just Pam and myself. Obviously I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Going to be closed on the Friday the 8th and Saturday the 9th of November this month because it's wedding time. But obviously we're also going to be shut on the 2nd of November from what I've been told, due to the fact that it's the stag do, the Scottish leg of the stag do for myself, which unselfishly I really could use a night out because I am fed up. I'm completely and utterly fed up. It's been work constantly for the last couple of days, or the last couple of weeks, more or less probably talking it's maybe about 19-20 hours a day that I've been working. The rest of the time it's maybe trying to see if I can catch up in some sleep, so I'm probably walking about like a big ginger zombie right now. So going to try and see if I can get down the road, get everything else organised, get the shop locked up, and then get down the road, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow night. Take it easy. Evening all, it is, let me just double check my phone here just to see. It is 5:14 on Wednesday the 23rd of October. I'm obviously running slightly late. I had to collect my vlogging camera, proper one for the interviews and stuff like that, just in case we had a last minute interview tonight. Well, I'm not 100% sure if they're coming or not, but if they're not coming, it's not a big deal. We can obviously schedule it for another time, but I've got my stuff with me just in case, so that's the reason why I'm late. That and the fact that I had to go for a cheeky wee sleep after my shift today. I was 6 until 2 today, route training, which is long and boring. Being totally honest with you, it's not what I would really like to be doing with my time. There's just nothing to do. The fact that I kind of get travel sickness on the bus, can't really look at my phone, can't really read anything, stuff like that. So if I do, I've got to kind of look at it, then look away and let my kind of eyes acclimatise and stuff like that. So that's obviously not necessarily the best of things, especially if you're a driver, but at the same point what I will say with regards to that is I don't get it while I'm driving. So tonight's plan is I'm going to go in and try and get these gloves finished off. I'm going to go in and see what's obviously on the cards for tonight with regards to sharpenings and stuff like that, and any other repairs that I've got to come in. So I'm going to go in just now and then we'll see where we're up to. Hello!
Hello!
So what's been happening?
I was up to midnight last night, putting the order through for the Warrior order, organising the CCM order.
One of the times,
I couldn't get it done yesterday because yesterday was pandemonium, so it was crazy in here. Lots and lots of busyness stuff to be getting on. Obviously I was late in because I had an appointment which I couldn't avoid, so I didn't get in here till 1:30, and as soon as I opened the door it just went ping all day. So by the time we got the kids last night, we got them settled, I did my work, the next thing I turned around and it was 23:38 and I gave up, went to bed.
Right, okay.
I managed to get the Warrior order done. The CCM order is sitting pending. It's to be processed because we really need that as well. I just never got round to getting it emailed over, so I'll get that done tonight.
So last night my whole thing was I was working until 2 at the bus job, and then I was here from 2:30 till probably about 7:30. I went home, done some housework to help Grumpy here, and then after I did the housework that I had to do, I lay down on my bed for 10 minutes and thought I'll just have a quick sleep for 10 minutes just to recharge the batteries. And I woke up at 9 o'clock. I was on ice at 9:30 and I'm like, I'm late. So
it was at that point he knew he had fucked up.
Yep, so I ended up running to Brayhead, getting to the rink. It was about 20 past by the time I got in. I threw the pucks on the ice to let the guys get warmed up. I got changed and got ready, got on the ice and had no warm up whatsoever and went into straight away into drilling guys. So needless to say, guys weren't happy because it was quite a kind of, how would I put it, a more kind of skating based training session. So we had a 2-0 back check drill, which is obviously dead simple. 2 guys leave from one end of the ice, they skate down passing the puck, they shoot the puck, they then touch the post, the other 2 guys from the opposite side leave, and then the 2 guys that were the first 2 guys went down, they back check.
Who burst it?
What do you mean who burst it?
There's always a drill buster.
Oh, everybody burst it. It got to that stage where I was counting how many laps that the white team got. So I was in the dark team. We get 10 press ups because we cheated twice. So it was 5 press ups for every time that you cheat.
Did you do them?
I did do them. I was one of the first ones to get in and do the press ups. And then obviously the other team, the white team, had to do I think it was 3 hard laps. Because the amount of times that they had cheated, it wasn't worth their time doing press ups, and a lot of the guys couldn't do them anyway, so I just made them skate. And then right at the end of the practice, a certain boss of mine or a certain friend of mine said he wanted one more shift, so I waited until just about 11:15 and stopped the practice, and I says, you're going to get more than a shift here, and then gave them ladders, like 5 sets of ladders. Needless to say, when I went into the bus job today, there was a certain manager of mine who is he was struggling today, and to be fair, so was I. So it was kind of, I quite relish the challenge of trying to get a little bit fitter.
You like people when they're vomiting in the bins?
Yeah, well, it's one of the things. It might only be a recreational team, but we have to be fit to be able to play the game. There's no point turning up to play a game and then being breathing out your ass the entire time.
I think with ice hockey as a sport though, no matter how rec it is, how lower level it is, there's always still a very, very hardcore element of competitiveness.
Yeah, the element of competitiveness this year is the Mustangs managed to get promotion up into the Cup. We didn't win, unfortunately, last year. Most of our team went a bit hard on the night out, the night before, and we managed to get through to the semis. We won against the Glenrothes Cougars, and then we obviously went into the final against the Warriors, and by that time our final had already been. We were just quite happy to go up. It wasn't that they threw the game in any way, shape or form, it was just the fact that there's a phrase in Scotland called Ian Beale, which means you have nothing left.
You have nothing
If anyone understands that, it's an EastEnders phrase from it's like a sitcom on the TV, and there's a character called Ian Beale and he's crying and he shouts, "I've got nothing left." Well, that's the reference. We say Ian Beale means nothing left.
Cindy Beale's raging.
Aye, definitely. That's a Linwood Sports Centre thing, right enough. But anyway, so this is what's been happening.
For another lesson in banter.
Yeah, come back on another lesson for banter. But that's what happened last night. Ended up, I got off the ice at 11 o'clock. By the time I got home and got something to eat and got all my dinner, it was 1:45, and by the time I finally got to bed, it was 1 o'clock or 1:05, and I was up at 5 this morning. Really felt like my head had hit the pillow, and I was straight back up. Had to go for a shower, but then this morning when I went to go for a shower, I thought I've got an extra wee 5 minutes. Luckily I set 3 alarms every morning because I fell back asleep until 5:05, and then basically got up, put the alarms off, went to the bathroom or to the shower to try and get the shower to go on, and then had to more or less wake up the entire house because I had to get down and reset the boiler because the boiler wouldn't work this morning.
We have a really shitty boiler that needs replaced.
Yeah,
but
so
apparently there's something happening in 2 weeks' time that's going to take precedent first.
yeah, apparently we're not allowed to have heat in the house because there's a wedding coming, but that's one of these things. We've got like electric heaters dotted around the house just now.
No heat, no this, no that, no messages, no nothing. After the wedding, after the wedding.
After the wedding. So, like I say, so I am out on route training and planning and stuff like that just now, but we're actually not allowed to drive at the moment. We have to go through an induction on Sunday for bus familiarisation, which is obviously something that's going to be great fun because we're playing a cup game on Sunday as well, or that's the Mustangs are playing a cup game. I'm going to be 6 days this week, or 7 days this week, because I'm obviously working in the store on Saturday, and then on Sunday I've obviously got this job to do, and then the whole of next week all the way up till the Friday I'm 6 until 2 every day, which is good for the services because you'll actually see me in the store, but it's also bad for my mental health and my sleep pattern because I will get no sleep whatsoever. I'll get no time to do anything.
Your mental health, I've got to live with you.
Exactly. So the problem that I have right now is we've obviously tried really, really hard to try and build up this YouTube channel, and we were consecutively getting, in my opinion, I thought this was good considering we were very, very young in the stage and it's a very, very niche market. We were getting 24,000 views every 28 days, which is really, really good, and it's dipped to 14,000 because I haven't been able to get the shorts up on the website or up on YouTube yet, or TikTok or anything like that, so we're falling behind when it comes to that, which is obviously a byproduct of me having to work this other job, which is not ideal. The shop has to come first. Shush, I'm not finished. Wait, just wait your turn. So one of the kind of byproducts of that is obviously the shop is going to kind of take a wee bit of a back seat, which is obviously crap, but it's for at least another 2 weeks, and then we can hopefully get back to some sort of normality. I am going to try and see if I can get something sorted so I can do slightly less days when it comes to the bus, but then again I don't know if that's going to be allowed. I need to go through a process to be able to get that sorted. It's one of the things where realistically, if I'm being honest with you, we never ever thought that the shop was going to get back to some sort of normality with how busy it was, and this was just a second income. And talking about getting rid of, we spoke about getting rid of the Wednesday nights, but now that the store is starting to get really, really busy again, one of these things is it's literally going to be, it could be an 8 until 4 shift I'm going to have to do, and then going to have to come straight through rush hour traffic to try and get here for 5 o'clock, which is I suppose doable. But you've also got that other aspect of it could be a 6 o'clock in the morning shift till 2, and then having to try and get home from training. It finishes at 11 o'clock. then obviously try and get to my bed before 1 o'clock, because if hockey players know that if you skate at night time, it's really hard to switch off when to go to bed. So yeah, there's a lot of obstacles there that kind of stand in our way, or in my way at the moment, and it's kind of things I'm going to have to overcome because I'm not really used to doing it. The last job I was doing, it was only it was 9 until 2, and that was at the rink. But then again, the previous time I worked before that was over 12 or 13 years ago, I think it was, and that was in the sports centres. So again, that was only two days a week, but we've got some customers, so we'll pause just now. Back, and this one's an extra pair. This one is a Bauer TS Pro skate, and as you can see, there's something missing here. So what is missing? Yes, it's the trigger mechanism. The whole mechanism is actually fell into the inside of the skate, which means that the whole holder, this whole white part of the holder, has to be removed so that can be fixed and then put back into place, and then that goes back onto the skate. I'm going to time lapse this one because not a lot of people know how to fix this. If you have any problems with your holders at all with regards to the triggers, it's only usually a little grub screw that's on the inside. I will document that in 2 wee minutes once I take this off, but I'll get started on this, time lapse it, and then I'll come back to you. So here we are. This is the trigger mechanism here, and it looks as if it has not been doing too well. It looks as if it's obviously not really held together very well. So this trigger mechanism here, this part here slides into this part here, like so, and then there is a channel in the inside of the skate just here, which takes a part of the trigger, which is here. Now that whole trigger mechanism is held in with this little tiny grub screw, and 9 times out of 10 what happens is it's a really bad design in my opinion. That grub screw that sits here comes loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the grub screw back in, and I'm going to put a little bit of super glue over the top of it to hold it in place. Right, so let me see if I can get this right. So here we go. This part of the trigger goes into the bottom of the skate, like so. It's got a channel that it sits, so now you can see the trigger in place. Next part that's going to go in here is the spring mechanism. So the spring mechanism sits basically, locate the hole at the back, and then you push it slightly to make sure that it goes into the channel, and then push it straight down. So that's that part in. Next part I'm going to do is get the grub screw on the Allen key. Luckily I've got spares of these just in case. So then all that happens is you wind that grub screw just in here. So what I'm going to do is wind it in and then put a little bit of super glue over the top of it. The reason why I'm going to put the super glue over the top of it, it actually just holds it in place and stops it from moving. Because as you can see, there's a little bit of wiggle on that, and that's not necessarily the greatest. You don't really want that to wiggle about. So we'll see if we can get this to go back in and hold in place. If it gets tight, then that's good. Yeah, it's tightened up quite nice. So that is the trigger mechanism now fixed. As you can see, if you depress the trigger, it will spring back into place. So checking the inside of it, it looks as if it's holding in place quite well, but I'm going to get some trusty Loctite on it just in case as well. I don't really want it coming loose again, so we'll just put a little bit of glue just around there. There we go, that's it. So we have another repair that's on the go right now. We have eyelets that are starting to crack on the inside. I think it might be the skate. Yeah, so these are a relatively new pair of skates, and what's happening is the eyelets started to crack, which is meaning that the laces are fraying. So I'm going to remove them and replace them. So guys, there you go, quick and easy repair. New eyelets are in place and they look pretty decent. So that's that done. Now on to the sharpenings.
I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. I've been trying to cope since you ran away. I've been feeling lost, I've been feeling pain. And no matter what I do, I just feel like I do what I do for you. I try to
So there we go, we have finally got the glove fixed as well, so it's kind of hard to do with one hand. If you give me 2 wee seconds I'll prop you up and then we'll see if we can get you. There we go, that's it, my favourite tripod, there we go. Right, so as we can see the thumb repair is actually taking place. It's now been obviously sewn back in place all the way around the piping, all the way around the back, all the stitching which holds the back of the glove, the back of the thumb to the front of the thumb. It's all been done, and there has been a new patch repair put on the thumb as well, so that is it now, fully functioning and repaired. So that's going to get a wee bit more life out of the gloves. Obviously if there's any more palms or anything like that that people have got, glove repairs, please let me know and obviously I can make my way through them. So that is probably it for tonight. Pam is still dealing with a couple of customers, and obviously once she's finished with the customers, we've got to go and pick up the kids. I've got to go home, try and sleep at some point because I'm now sleep deprived. So going to try and see if I can get finished up. I'll maybe come back to you before I finish up. If not, I will speak to you soon. Right, so how's tonight been?
Busy.
So why did you not answer the phone when the customers were phoning?
Because I had 3 back-to-back pure newbies.
Which was full kit deals.
Full kit deals, full sizing, talking through the kit, why the kit needs to fit a certain way, what sizes it needs to be, what do you need to start, how do you need to start, what you can save on, what you don't need, what you do need, where you can cost save on it, why you can cost save on it. Yeah.
So why did I not answer the phone?
Because you were on the sharpening machine.
And what else was I doing?
You...
People would have, like you guys here, would have understood because you would have seen what I was actually doing tonight. Pam was too busy to even notice what I was doing tonight. I did a lot of things.
I know you're in the back, that's all I
did a glove repair, which is all finished and all done, that's cool. I done eyelet repairs, I done a holder repair as well.
Oh, you did the trigger for Rosie.
Yeah, so that's that as well.
Can I just say, I wish all my customers were like Rosie.
Why?
Because he's been waiting in a bag for 10.5 months and it's finally coming into the UK! And he's only asked me about it twice in the last 10 months.
So again, this is one of these things where we have the laugh about how we have some customers who are just total Karens, and they want things to be there yesterday, and they think because we've got everything on the website, everything's going to be in stock. That's just not how it works. We would have to be multi-millionaires to be able to facilitate having every single item in stock.
Bust in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, is that, well, no, like a day, I think, like the electricity costs and everything else. But realistically, what I'm basically trying to get at here is Rosie has waited nearly, what did you say, 10 months for a bag?
It for last Christmas.
Yeah, this bag has not been in stock. There was a production problem with the bags. The bags have now been obviously are coming back into stock. This guy's paid for this nearly 10 months ago and hasn't had a problem with waiting. See
You
if
only
some.
messaged me twice or 3 times to ask.
Thanks very much. I was in full flow there, and now I'm slurring all my words, and I can't get my words out.
Pre-workout flow.
Yeah, so this is the way I'm going to word it is see if a lot of you customers out there, and this isn't a dig at everybody, this is only selected people, see if you guys would develop a wee out of patience. It would be ideal for us, because there is people out there that are willing to wait, and other people are just impatient, and I can't be f***ed with they kind of people right now, honestly. Sorry,
Stephen's took pre-workout.
I took pre-workout. I'm awake. I'm the most awake I've ever been in the last 3 days, and you can tell I'm amped up. I'm going to the gym, and I'm really excited at it because I haven't trained properly.
Remember the guy on YouTube that takes his pre-workout and then bangs on the door of the gym? That's you. That's you right now.
He's like eating it by his hand. That's what I kind of felt like tonight. I've only had half a scoop of pre-workout. That's how much I've not taken pre-workout in the last couple of weeks, due to the fact that I've not slept properly, I've not trained properly. So tonight's the night where I actually go to the gym and I get to throw some weights about and make myself feel a wee bit better. But other than that, I don't mean to be disrespectful for the customers that have to wait. I understand.
But he doesn't mean it personally.
I don't mean it personally to you guys. I get you guys are like, yous are saying that obviously you want your stuff, you're paying for your product and what have you, but if it's not in stock in the UK, we can't do anything about it other than refund you and let you get, or give you an alternative. And that's something that obviously there's a lot of customers that we've got, and our customers are cracking. They're really, really good.
Really good customers.
We've got about 99.9% of our customers are amazing, and there's that 1% where you would just tell them to beat it. And that's the diplomatic way.
I've run out of Polly Pockets.
Oh, have you? Right, okay. So one of the things that I'm doing at the moment as well is like I've said to you in multiple videos in the last couple of days, is that we've fell behind on the shorts, which is obviously another way that our store gets advertising on the likes of YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, stuff like that. So we had to record some stuff on the Insta360 Go. Yes, it does look like Eve from Wally. So obviously what I've decided to do tonight, uploading the videos that we had taken on that the other day. So that has now been uploaded, and now what I'm going to do with this, once I'm finished this video, or this part of the video, is I'm going to basically upload the content from this, which then goes into another folder, and I've got every single folder date orientated, date, time, whatever else, and then I've got everything in order, so I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm going to make a video to make it easier for myself. If you've got some things that you've recorded in different times, in different days, it can get a wee bit mixed up, but 9 times out of 10 you'll usually find me just recording and vlogging the exactly the same day's stuff. If you have multiple days, you usually would just put them into the same folder and they would go in consecutive order, which is really, really helpful, especially for somebody like me who is thick in the neck of a bottle. As I've said multiple times before, I can fix things, I can sharpen things, I can work a computer to an extent, even though I'm technically a qualified computer technician and obviously an ice technician and now a bus driver and a Blade Master certified skate sharpener.
Rafting robot.
Yes, like I say, pre-workout is a wonderful thing. But anyway,
wonderful drug.
right, anyway,
can I just say, hi Graham McCanley, I can't believe you watch us and I'm really pleased. So hello to across the pond, say hello to Elizabeth for me, one of my inaugural twin clubs.
Yeah, good. It was a wee shout out to Graham there, obviously. We miss him.
Don't miss Graham, I miss Elizabeth.
You miss Elizabeth, I miss Graham. It was good to see that you came home a wee and obviously come over and visited and stuff like that. Obviously circumstances could have been better, but maybe next time you come and give us a wave and we'll maybe put you on a video so you can be YouTube famous.
Oh, we could interview him.
We could, because Graham's obviously been he's an elite player.
Big player.
Yes. One other shout out I'm going to do just now as well is a wee shout out to Cakey Puck, who actually, that's Kirky Puck, but we call her Cakey Puck now because she brings cakes to the shop, which is brilliant, especially when they're not chocolate covered, so like Pam steals them, stuff like that, so I maybe actually get one.
With the chocolate
but as a wee shout out as well, she gave us a lovely message while she was abroad. She was in Canada visiting people.
I'm sorry I never messaged you back, Claire. There's no excuse, I'm just very busy.
Yeah, so
sorry.
She broke my flow again here. Brilliant. So thanks.
You have got flow flowing. You've got no problem with the flow.
Yeah, that's the second time you've interrupted me. Interrupt me one more time, you get put on my knee. See that made I go quiet. Like the wee faces went red.
Finish up.
So as I'm saying here, thanks very much for your kind messages, and it's good to see that you're obviously indoctrinating the Canadians into the way of the Scottish lifestyle of the CBS. Thank you very much for that, and like I say, your message was lovely. So we hope to see you back soon, and obviously safe travels as well for when you're coming home, if you're not already home, that is. But anyway, for tonight we are done, and we will catch you on the next video. Bye bye.